I feel like I should go put rubber gloves on because my hands are so disgusting. I think it would also be kind of funny. Look, I mean, I'm going to hold up my thing and my hands are covered in paint.
Why?
Because I was painting figures just before the show.
Well, what?
Welcome to another episode of 5 Idiots Talking Toys. It is Wednesday's Wins and Wiffs of the Week. Thanks very much for being here. You can find everything about the show at 5idiotstalkingtoys.com. Come follow us on all of the different socials. And also, you can come hang out at Rogue 5 Toys. And that's our sales page. You're going to see collectibles, live sales, claim sales. Brandon is going to show more and more skin as the weeks go by. And also, John is going to sell things from the vault. He's going to open up the vault and put some things on for sale on Rogue 5 exclusively. Charles.
Hey, it's a 10% discount for Rogue 5.
Ooh.
Anyway, like if you're a Rogue 5 member, you get 10% discount.
I wish you would have told me that. I just
forgot all about that.
I just spent $120 at his store, literally $120, and he tells
John owes you $12.
He tells me this now.
Do you need a coupon for that, John?
No, there's a code.
Oh,
if I don't know, have you seen?
What did
have
you buy for $120? How many doormats did you get?
so
He's got 7 doors in his house.
John
have
got
you been on the Rogue 5 Facebook page? Shane? No,
Did
Shane.
I what?
Have you been on the Rogue 5 Facebook page?
No, what is that?
It's a sales page that we're all.
Oh,
part
like
of.
where I have my live sales, you mean?
And and you mean it's also the place where I posted something about the vault, and if you're a Rogue 5 member, you get 10% off. But
well, it's funny that you say that, and you're chastising me for not knowing that. But meanwhile, another one of the 5 idiots just purchased things from your website, and he didn't know about it.
Now that I think about it, I actually bought. So John got in the new Marvel Universe figures, the 3 3/4 inch ones, and he got in like a lot of like my son's favorite characters. So I went on the site, I ordered them. Honestly, they came. I want to say I ordered them Sunday night, and they came in Thursday. It took 4 days. It was nothing. So,
and do you know why that is?
Why?
Because John knows if he doesn't get that box in the mail before he sits down and watches Walking Dead, he is going to hear it from you. He wants you to get that box so fast your head spins on your neck.
I was shocked that it literally came within 4 days. So that was like great shipping on his end. But I did spend, I think I spent $140 because I did buy something else off of him for $20 that he threw into the box. I didn't get no 10% off.
So now you're up to $14 rebate.
$14. I want like 14 tacos with that.
okay.
You can go to Georgia and get 14 tacos.
That's 28 tacos. They're 50 cents.
50-cent tacos.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. All right. Well, very good. It's glad to hear you had a successful transaction. Like you were a commoner, not a Rogue 5 member, like a commoner, but you did have a successful transaction with the vault.
I did. Yeah.
Good. Very excellent.
Great packing. Came within 4 days. Can't be any happier.
Nice.
My son was very happy.
Oh, good. About 98% of the time, it's next day shipping.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right. Very good. Well, folks, you are here for Wednesday's Wins and Wiffs of the Week.
Well,
thank you for joining us as always. We hope you subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you being here. Like the video and comment. Let's jump in to the first win of the week.
I think the whiff was that John didn't get that out next day, and it showed up 4 days later.
Out next day.
Oh,
He lives in New York. I'm in Georgia.
it's not that far.
Really? You're in Georgia?
I can't help.
I purchased it Sunday night after the show, or actually during the show. It was like 11, 12 o'clock at night, and then by Monday, I already had tracking.
Brandon, the mailman doesn't work every day in Fort Oglethorpe. That guy works every other day.
Knows him by name.
The whiff of the week is really the fact that John sat back in his reclining chair knowing that Chris was buying these figures, sat there and laughed in his living room and didn't tell him about the coupon code until just now.
I have
That's
a living room.
That
I don't know what you have.
that is correct.
Shane, there's no living rooms in Georgia.
I was going to say, do they have living rooms in Georgia?
Probably not.
I don't even remember what mine looks like.
Well, we're here. We're proud of our wins. And we're going to share them now. Charles, what are you going to town on there? Is that a Bella Vista? Is that a Del Boca Vista?
New flavor.
A Michael
Toasted
DeVita
coconut.
Toast.
Oh,
I like toasted coconut.
Yeah.
My God.
Very good.
Coconut.
All right, let's take a pause here for a second. Speaking of toasted coconut, this was a topic in my house today.
Shredded plastic.
What is the best Girl Scout cookie? Chris, you go first.
Thin Mints.
Okay, fair enough. John, you're up next.
Tagalongs.
Those would be number 2. You're very close.
Me too.
Brandon?
Samoas.
Correct.
I don't like them.
Brandon has come up with the correct answer. Charles, what do you say?
I like Thin Mints and s'mores.
Why is the correct answer Shane's opinion?
This is factual.
It's not.
This is factual.
Shane likes Mando season 3.
He has a Girl Scout in his house.
Yeah.
You know where this was going. For that, since I got the correct answer, I get a free box of cookies.
Well, yeah, Brandon got the hint, toasted coconut. My kids like the Tagalongs first, Thin Mints second. I have the same order except Samoas are first for me. Samoas, Tagalongs, then Thin Mints. But Thin Mints are what we all grew up with.
Now, does anyone ever buy anything outside of those 3? Because even the Samoas, like, I don't buy them, but I know a lot of people do. But does anyone else buy the rest of them?
And here's a little tip for anybody out there.
Lemon's
if you haven't
really
done
good.
this, you buy the Samoas and you throw them in the freezer. They're delicious, warm, but they're also a whole nother experience when you eat them when they're like frozen and cold.
They don't call them that anymore, right?
Samoas? They do.
Yeah, I think they still.
I thought they stopped calling them that.
You're expanding.
Indigenous people cookies, they're called now.
Yeah.
You're eating them regular and frozen.
Indigenous.
Chocolate covered indigenous people.
Yeah.
I'm expanding my Samoa consumption.
Yeah.
They are the non-binary cookies, Brandon.
The sad thing is they only come out once a year, and I can't eat them now. So we're going to throw them in the freezer and save them to another day. But because I'm on keto and it's all that sugar and stuff, and so when I want them this summer, though, you can't get them. So I'll throw them in the freezer and also. But
are we doing
the answer? Wins and Wiffs. The answer to Chris's question is, and I only know this because I have a daughter in Girl Scouts now. They put out like a new cookie every year now. I think they need to like drum up business. So the only other cookie that people order is whatever's new that year.
Gotcha.
So there's a brownie something or other cookie now that everybody's ordering. It's not so easy. Who is up first for Wins and Wiffs? Christopher. We're going to swap you with Lord Walden. I've learned a little trick here, and boom.
Oh.
So my win for this week, I don't have it on me. It's upstairs, and my son is sleeping, so I don't want to wake him up. But I actually got in a last 17 baggie. It's not something that you would see all the time, and it's Paplu. So it's a ESBH baggie. CAS graded it an 85 plus. And definitely, a rarer baggie. How many last 17 baggies do you guys normally see? Like outside of like the EV99 and Amanaman and stuff like that.
Do you want to know how many? Do you want to know how many I'm seeing right now? Because I'm seeing 0 right now.
0. Well, yeah. Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yes.
It's an ESB baggie.
ESBH, yes.
So
what?
ESB stands for Empire Strikes Back, right?
Correct.
So how is that? What did they?
Where were the Ewoks?
Was it just like extra baggies or something that they had from Empire Strikes Back mailaways, or what?
No. So when they made the like lettering and like the titles for the baggies, it doesn't really go by like the figure. So like you can have a figure a Jedi figure technically in an Empire baggie or something even earlier. It goes by the actual baggie style. So the baggie style itself is an ESBH, which is one of those size baggies. There's no label on it. It's just like an oversized baggie. So that's where like the baggie labels kind of came from. It like they just go by like the actual baggie itself. So even though it's an ESBH, it doesn't have to actually be like an Empire figure.
I thought maybe, from the special editions that Lucas put out afterward, there was that scene with the Ewoks. Don't forget when they were on Hoth. They were when they were clearing out of the base. The Ewoks were there. So
what?
They were chasing after the Wampas. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So Charles, hold on. Let me get back to normal life here. Charles.
Yes.
We do one Wins and Wiffs episode a week.
Correct.
Your brother raises his hand to go a first.
Yeah.
Where is his win? Did you catch? I didn't catch it.
If I'll go next and I'll show you.
All right, Charles, you are up next for your win of the week.
So my win this week, I don't have it also. I got a rocket firing Boba Fett.
Oh,
it's
nice.
an AFA 100. There is
100.
Yeah, 100. There's none in existence.
AFA never does that.
I also have a Vlix. Is it Vlix? Vlix,
yeah,
right?
It's Vlix. Yeah, it's Vlix.
Yeah. He was an AFA 95.
Do you even Star Wars?
Is that the stuff that you rub on your chest when you have a cold?
Yes.
Flix Vapor Rub.
These
Flix Vapor Rub.
These are ridiculous looking. I wish I can show you them, but I have them though.
Oh, cool.
They're just on a different floor of your house. That's all.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
Great.
Awesome.
No, I'm kidding.
Thank you for sharing them with us.
My win is a
Whoa.
Splinter.
Wow.
I thought you showed us this already.
No.
No, never.
No.
Where was I?
This is a Splinter.
I remember seeing a picture of it or something.
Loose grade. I might have sent you a picture.
That looks so awesome.
Yeah, that looks
Splinter
awesome.
loose graded. It comes with his weapon and the accessory pack that's not used.
It's on the sprue tree.
He's at 85.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Very cool.
So I think I
Look
have.
at prints. Look at that condensation and prints. Oh, God.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot. I should be wearing gloves for this one, but I think I have the full run of the first 20, I want to say. So I'm still waiting for them. They're like super backed up.
Mhm.
I think this one took 15 months, something like that.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah. And it's like huge too. Like it's Splinter. Like, does it really need to be this big? It's really big.
It looks really cool though. So
Well, it's really
It does
cool.
look
the way
cool,
they displayed
But
it.
it's really big though.
Yeah.
So
what
is
she
this
said.
the first loose graded you got back?
It is.
TMNT?
Yep.
Wow.
Nice.
It's been
Yep.
there for 18 months.
Probably. This one was 15, I think it was.
God.
So
So.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but are those? Have you leaned one way or the other? Is that a personal collection item, or
Yeah.
You're gonna hold on to those.
I think I have the only multiples. I think I have a Foot Soldier and Rocksteady. I think I have 3 Rocksteadies and 6 Foot Soldier, maybe something like that. So
Wow.
I'll sell the 5 foots and like 1 or 2 Rocksteady.
The 5 foots.
The 5 foots.
The foots.
It's like a kung fu movie.
Yeah.
Selling the 5 foots.
The foots. The footsa.
Yeah,
That
foots.
That brings up a question to take us on a sidetrack for a second. That brings up a question that I always have. When you guys were kids, did your parents get you multiple stormtroopers, multiple foot soldiers, like multiple of the bad guys to fight the whole 20-something good guys you had?
No.
Nope.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Like, why
Why do you need another stormtrooper?
You just need one?
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
that's what the parents would
my
say, right?
response was. Why do you need another stormtrooper?
One.
I don't even think I
Christmas-
got any foot soldiers. I think I only had Shredder.
Yeah, I had one one foot soldier and
I had Shredder and like one of the evil turtle with the razorback. I forgot what his name is.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Oh, I think I had them too, but I don't think I had a foot soldier. I just had Shredder and those guys, and that was it.
I remember I had Casey Jones.
Casey Jones.
That's a good guy.
Jones.
I have him loose graded. Well, I will have him.
Yeah. Looking back on that it's strange that parents didn't think like, oh, let me get 5 stormtroopers. Let me get a couple of this, I remember one Christmas I got the G.I. Joe 4-wheeler, like that ATV 4-wheeler with like the missiles on the side and stuff.
Yeah.
And 2 of my uncles got that for me for Christmas, like in the same 1 hour opening presents. And my mom was like immediately like, don't open that. We'll return it. We'll get you something different. I'm like, no, like I'm excited that I have 2 of these. They're going to drive all over the place. No. Yeah. You can't have 2 of something. So that's the memory I have. All right. John Walden, welcome to the show. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me on, Shane.
As always, please.
I'm finishing a piece of chocolate.
Take your time, John. Don't worry. It's fine.
Okay.
What are you eating, John? What kind of chocolate?
Hershey's
Bella
Kiss.
Vista?
Hershey's Kiss. I'm kind of hang on 1 second. Sorry.
Is there a factory?
Hershey Kiss is the middle of a show.
Is there a factory there in Georgia?
Oh my God.
Hershey factory? No, but there is an M&M factory in Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
Which is
We have one in New Jersey.
Oh, cool.
40 minutes up the road.
Oh, very nice.
Hackettstown, New Jersey. If you look on the back of the M&M's bag, it says Hackettstown, New Jersey. It's like really not far from me, but I've never been there.
Who cares?
Yes.
My win of the week is going to be for sale on the Vault online, in the shop, everything.
Page
but
puncher.
It's really cool. It's a very historic item that came in the store this weekend.
You are pumping this up. It's better be good.
No, it is. It really is. It really is historic, as far as like for toy lines, as far as toy lines are concerned, and everything. Because check this out.
Oh my God!
Blade's Vampire Hunter.
What is that? I have never in my life seen that.
It's exactly right. This was from 1997. And it's the Marvel Collector's Edition for the Marvel, Marvel Studios Collector's Edition. This is 1997, okay? Toy Biz. Now, at the time, Toy Biz was only doing the 3 3/4 figures. Expand.
Mm-hmm.
They were only doing the 3 3/4 figures. They did.
This is the size.
Oh, the size. Okay, sorry. This is the precursor to the Marvel Legends line. So the Marvel Legends line that's out now. This was, and also this movie Blade. If it wasn't for the movie, there would be no MCU.
Yes, that I do know. Yes.
If it was not for the Marvel Collectors series, there would be no Marvel Legends. Because this is the first one. After this came the Spider-Man Classics, which had Daredevil and Spider-Man and all those guys, and they were the same size. And then that led to the Marvel Legends series. No Glove Revolution, exactly. But this is a very interesting and unique figure. It's very historic. I thought that was
am I allowed to ask, like, what does that go for?
This goes for about $125.
Really?
Woo.
Yeah. I got it in a trade this weekend.
If only you had a coupon code, Chris.
Yeah.
Is it 75% off now?
Oh, no, it's not 75%.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure what the price point is going to be for this guy, but it's going to be less than 125.
So to backtrack a little bit, so are only that figure is worth 125, or the whole series of Blade?
No, this one figure. I know it's hard to believe for you, Charles, that there are other figures out there that are of value other than Star Wars, but we need to.
I'm actually asking a legit question.
Oh, okay.
So there's 4 of them?
Yeah, there's 4 from this series, right?
Okay.
Deacon Frost, Whistler, who was that? That was Kurt Russell, right? Whistler, wasn't he Whistler?
Kurt
Russell.
I
don't know. I
watched
haven't
the
seen
movie a long time
in
ago.
30 years, so.
And then there's another variation of the Blade the Vampire Hunter.
So those are worth money too. The other 3.
I think they're averaging about $60 or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in this condition. But this is something that's like historically important when it comes
historically.
It really is. It really is, because this is about this time that Toy Biz went in with Sony, and they rescued Marvel from bankruptcy. Because Toy Biz had the Marvel licensing, right? And then they bought a portion of Marvel to bring them out of bankruptcy. And Blade, the movie Blade, did that also. Helped do that.
I remember that being a huge movie. I've loved it since the moment it came out.
It was great.
I remember in college, my friends and I all going to see it. I had it on DVD. Afterward, loved that movie.
Yeah, so it's pretty important for toy enthusiasts, not Star Wars toy enthusiasts. Like these two.
Correct.
Me?
Correct.
I collect a whole nother line here, John.
Are those Harry Potter Legos back there?
I do have those.
Oh my god!
I have some of them.
You have Harry Potter Legos?
Harry, yeah. And I have Lord of the Rings.
Do you?
Right.
I have a few, yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, I thought Brandon would appreciate that.
It was nice. I gotta look up the history.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea.
I actually appreciate that a lot.
Yeah. I gotta look up the history for that.
I love Blade. It was an awesome movie.
Anyway, I thought that was really cool because you never know.
And Stephen Dorff. Stephen Dorff was the antagonist, right?
Yeah, he was Deacon Frost, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen him in so long. There was 3 of them, right?
Yes.
There was 3 of them.
And Ryan Reynolds was in one of them, right?
He was in the second one, yeah. At least. All right, guys. I'm going to go next. I know I say this a lot of times, tongue in cheek. But I'm on a serious note. This episode, I'm very excited to share my win of the week this week. You guys can probably guess what it is. Who know? I've wanted this for a decent amount of time now. It's
as dispenser.
It's pretty rare. They're hard to find.
Rare?
They're
throwing rare out there?
Pencil
Rare.
They're
pencil topper.
Rare.
Finger puppet.
And when you do find
Bush, toilet paper.
When you do find one, they're very expensive. So
rare.
Show it already. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the sound effects to be done.
You don't get
Shane
cancer.
is pumping this up more than John pumped up Blade.
Oh my gosh.
Shane's wearing gloves. Did you guys notice this?
Well, that's made out of lead.
Yeah. Look it.
So this is a model trem.
Holy crap.
Brazilian bootleg Leia Bouche.
Shane just shat all over my history.
Boosh.
So I got this in this past week. What's cool about this figure is apparently it came with 2 different heads when it came out, and they're changeable. I was very excited to get the helmet because that's what I wanted. The other head is essentially a New Hope Leia head because it's got the buns on the side in her hair, which to me looks goofy on this body, but the head comes off.
Jesus.
Wow.
And the paint on the helmet is really, really in great shape, which is very surprising.
Wow.
But the helmet's in great shape. The figure, itself has a lot of paint wear, so it's not as amazing shape as that. But it is very interesting to see these in person. They've got screws. This particular one has screws in the shoulders to hold this thing together. The arms are pretty loose. The legs are actually fairly tight.
Did you get this from the Mr. Model Trim guy himself?
Yes, one of the two.
Okay.
One of the two.
Wow.
Paint in the legs is pretty good. I know you guys know this is lead, but when you get it in your hand, it's actually like surprising and startling. It is really heavy.
I've
it
actually
really
held
has
one.
that.
Yeah, I've actually held one before.
It really has that weight to it. So what also is really impressive is, knowing this figure, the mold of this figure as well as I do, obviously for a bootleg, they're trying to recreate the original figure, but to do it in lead, it is really the right. I mean, everything about it to the detail is very, very similar to the Kenner figure.
Oh yeah.
They molded this thing and made it out of lead, and it's got all the right wrinkles in the cloak on the back and stuff. Really impressive.
Were those hand painted?
I would assume so.
I would think so too. Yeah,
I would assume so. And the paint on the chest is actually really nice. So
the silver looks really good.
There's some aspects of this that I really love are nice. The one hand is very worn, and there's some good wear on the hips and on the back a bit. But overall, I am so happy with this.
Did it come with
a box?
I'm
so excited to open this. No.
Okay.
If you go, I mean, I know very little about this line, but what I do know, just the box by itself is like
very, very hard to get.
I don't even know, between $500 and $1,000 just for the box.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then on top of that, you can't just get any box. You've got to get a box with, I believe she's number 8, if I'm right on that. You have to get the box with the right label on it, and so that's a whole other thing. So one head, don't have the other head, and I don't have the accessory. She does have a staff, or did originally have a staff, but just to even get the figure is a huge win. This is instantly, the rarest piece I have in my whole collection. Instantly, so very excited about that.
Well, you're one of probably less than 100 people that has one.
And I don't know how to display her, no peg holes or anything, but I just need to get a piece of acrylic, basically.
No, they actually have a stand for it. I'll shoot you a picture. They have specific stands for model trims.
Oh, does it have like a thing that goes around the waist or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I have to figure out how to display it and everything, but I've had it kind of propped up right where I sit every day for the last 4 days, just staring at it. So
breathing in all that lead. He's got it in bed.
He's mad as a hatter.
No, that's Mercury. So that's my big win. I was looking forward to sharing it with you guys. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. Cool. So, I don't have a ton of $1,000, $2,000 items. I don't have any in my collection, so that was a big buy for me.
Did your wife know how much that cost?
I told her, and the look on her face said 1,000 words. I immediately said, "Don't worry, I'm scheduling a live sale tomorrow. Get rid of some crap to pay for it." Yeah. So, all right, Brandon, you are up.
That, Brandon,
for your win of the week.
My win is, and Chris knows what this is.
Oh, nice.
PvP Made in Spain catalog, 2nd edition. I had no idea that this book was as big as it is. I thought it was smaller, like a pocket guide.
No, it's
because you better get some bigger pants.
When it showed up on my doorstep, I was like, "What is this?" But
that's from Javier Ruiz or whatever his name is.
Rui Lopez, Javier Rui Lopez. Put these back up for sale again, 2nd edition. I don't know what's different from the 1st edition, but I
think the 1st edition was vehicles. I think
no, it was first. No, first.
Oh, volume.
This is the first
volume. Yes,
this is the first volume. This is the 2nd edition of the first volume.
Yeah.
So this is the figure one. I think the second one was vehicles, and the third one was something
second
else.
Volume is vehicles. Yeah.
What is it?
It's a PvP. Basically the history and how to tell the difference between the figures.
Yeah, it shows you all the pictures of each figure of a PvP and stuff.
Yeah, so it's a guide for collecting.
Brandon? What's the intent there for you personally? Is it just to learn more of the history, or are you going to start looking for PvP figures?
Well, a little bit of both, so I can identify figures and then learn about the history of how they made it. I've always been intrigued by foreign variants and stuff like that, so
yeah,
and so is my son that's coming in right now. But yeah, so that's what I got. That's my win.
the quality of the book and the pictures.
Oh, it's amazing.
Can you open it up and
show us a page or two?
Really good. Like he didn't cheap out on it at all. Like it's very high quality stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
I mean,
so they have all the photos.
Yeah,
very, very nice quality book. And each one is signed, I guess, by Javier. And I mean, it goes into first couple pages.
That's no easy feat to put out a book run for a very, very specialized subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the factory, inside PvP, goes into the factory and pictures of how things were made, and just this is what I was looking for basically for Letty. If there was like a book like this for Letty, I would totally buy it. And and stuff. I just want to learn more about the variants and stuff like that, because everybody's got a story and everybody seems to know things, but I think the people who have a book and actually do the research are the ones that are more trustworthy.
We should do an episode. Well, you should do an episode reading each page.
Chapter 1. The factory.
It started a long time ago in Spain.
It goes into
just outside Pamplona.
There was a running of the bulls one day, and Jose thought to himself, you know what?
I'd like to create some Star Wars figures. How can I get the license?
I want to make figures about space pirates.
Would you like to start on page 1? I will start on page 1 if you would like me to.
Go ahead.
And then the space wizard needed to hire a space pirate.
And then there was a space monkey who everyone seemed to understand.
Steve Sansweet, who Charles doesn't know who that is, but he
Charles doesn't know him.
Also wrote something here, so I'll read the forward.
Okay,
okay. Page 1.
Story time with Brandon Alamo.
Oh, Stephen J. Sansweet wrote that, so we'll skip ahead here. About this book. So blah blah blah, devoted to the 3 3/4 inch action figures produced in Spain during the first half of the 80s by the Spanish factory PBP SA, namely to the detailed review of each of the loose figures are the different Star Wars characters. So that is what this book is about.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's a reference to the different cards in which they were packaged. All that kind of stuff.
Thank you for your service.
So we will definitely have a
story time with Brandon.
Story time, and I will go through every page and we'll read it for all of our followers.
Chapter 3.
What? Why is there only 3? Why is there only 3 views on it? This is so weird.
Yeah, it's like John's like Repro Roundup.
The Repro Roundup, yeah. Everybody asks questions about that stuff all the time, but then when we have videos about it,
where he dresses up like a news anchor and there's like 1.5 people watching. I'll wear some glasses and I'll grab a cocktail and a cigar and I'll just sit there in a smoky room.
You have to
by
open
a
up
fire
each episode
and
acting like you have no idea what's going on. That too. I love how John and I spontaneously decided that Brandon's reading voice is, "Hello, I'm Brandon Alamo. It's story time."
And it's story time.
Would you like a tea and crumpets? We will now be reading from PvP Volume 1.
That is way cool. I love the history of stuff like that.
Yep, so that's why I picked it up, because I was like, I want to learn more about the figures that we're collecting and all that. And when Chris says PvP, and I'm like, false. The book says this.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Cool, because those factories are so shrouded in mystery.
Yeah,
because there's nobody around anymore.
You just need to always remember that besides for detailing and telling like which one is which, a POC figure is always made with Hong Kong parts, and a PBP figure is always made with no COO parts. And that's how you're always able to tell which factory, whether it's POC or PBP.
Christopher just boiled your entire book. Yeah. Christopher just boiled your entire new book down to 2 sentences.
Brandon, you just wasted your money on the book. All you had to do was ask Chris.
No, because now when Brandon looks at the figure. All right, show's over.
No, yeah, that looks really very detailed. It looks like an interesting reference guide for sure. And yeah, let us know what you find out if there's any interesting stuff that we don't know. I'm sure there's tons that we don't know about. But
tune in to episode 1 when I go through the
first story time.
Episode 1.
Send me
right,
the
very
video,
good.
Brennan. I will edit it and we will put it out there.
Yeah. Chapter 1.
Slap it up.
This is making me think of like the never-ending story with the kid reading the book. This is going to be Brandon reading the book with the flying elephant, whatever.
Brandon's wife is going to be walking around the house going, Brandon. He's going to be up in the attic in the dark with a candle,
hiding,
and spider webs, and the window's going to fly open, and rain is going to come flying in, and he's going to be learning about PvP. And he's going to lift his head up like, oh my God, I didn't know that. It's going to be great. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Wins and Wiffs of the Week. If you didn't guess already, we don't have a whiff this week, so that's always a bonus win. Thanks very much for hanging out with us. Please go to 5idiotstalkingtoys.com to visit all of our links. Our merch shop is there, guys. You can get yourself a non-fluorescent yellow version of this shirt.
T-shirts.com.
Correct.
You can get yourself a hat, a mug, stickers, whatever else. We got hoodies there. Oh, there you go. Nice travel mug. So please check out our merch shop. Any proceeds that come to us from the merch shop will go towards supporting the show and some future things that we can do. So we appreciate that. Please comment on this video. Let us know what you thought. What was your favorite whiff this week? Win this week. Whiffing with my words. And also, you can subscribe, maybe?
Yeah, that would help.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks very much for watching. We will see you next time on Sundays and Wednesdays on 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Bye.